Back-to-back nights, back-to-back losses, back-to-back nights where this team is lost in crunch time, and back-to-back nights where this defense just gets crushed in the paint. Listen, man, I know it's early. There's growing pains involved with this experiment, but 6 games in, 7 games in, whatever it is, I'm Aggie tonight, Al. You know, I try to be the conductor on most nights, keep it even-keeled. I'm a human tonight, man. This loss got me tight. This was a loss. They should not have lost this game to the Atlanta Hawks. You had a Hawks team who was without, a Hawks team who's just the Hawks, period. And then on top of that, they're without Bogdanovich. They are without their DeAndre Hunter. And you are up by 5 points with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. You just won the overturned challenge in which Karl-Anthony Towns was called for a goaltend. They overturn it, and you get run out the building 16-6. Chucking up threes left and right. Captain Clutch disappearing act, missing free throws. Doesn't want to shoot. He wants. It's just all over the place, man. It's all over the place. They give up 62 points in the paint to the Rockets on Monday night and come back and give up 58 points in the paint to the Atlanta Hawks. Who are these Knicks? What is the identity? I'm annoyed, man. Yeah, just this season just started. I don't like this loss tonight, man.
CP, I hear you. I'm aggravated, and I tweeted this out tonight. This team is acting like they've won something, like they're already there. Like I know they've gotten the hype. They a lot of smoke has been blown up. You know what? But my God, man, you can't be coming out of games where you just lost. Like you lost a tight game against a young Houston Rockets team on Monday. You need to come into this matchup looking to get right, get correct. Brunson, had his mistakes against the Rockets. We're not feeding Bridges. We're not feeding Cat. We always talk about how Brunson doesn't have bad back-to-back bad games, okay? Well, this is 2 bad back-to-back bad games.
We need to
Gave you a slimmer of hope. Gave you a slimmer of hope in the third quarter today, but it was not enough, okay? Look, I don't know what it takes for this team to have to get it right, man, but my goodness gracious. I'm looking at guys who are like, why aren't we getting them the ball? Why aren't we getting them involved? Why are we playing so much hero ball? Why is Karl-Anthony Towns not getting it in the post?
In crunch time, and he's cooking. He's cooking all over the place. And we're settling to chuck up threes in crunch time. You got Brunson chucking up threes, 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What happened to attacking the basket and getting to the free throw line?
Dude, what happened to saying we got 5 out? It's supposed to be easy money with 5 out. How are we not exposing Trae Young for the poorest defender that he is with 5 out? Why aren't we doing that, man? And look, they got to be snatching teams like lunch money as soon as they get out from the get-go, okay? You have to be snatching opponents' lunch money from the get-go. You have a target on your back. Everyone's coming at you. You got all the hype this offseason, okay? You can't come out here and just be like, we'll turn it up when we feel like turning it up. That's not how this plays. You have Josh Hart, this rookie. How do you pronounce his name? I don't even want to butcher his name.
Zachary Reesashaw. They didn't respect him all night, and he made him pay.
Thank you.
Made him pay.
Josh Hart's assignment. Reesashaw is out here looking like prime Klay Thompson. He's knocking down threes, getting steals, knocking down threes. This guy's all over the place. He's attacking the paint. And, we didn't give him the respect that he deserved, all right? We walked into this matchup being like, it's the Hawks. We always get the Hawks, all right? We were so close against the Rockets. We're going to win this one tonight. No, you didn't. You lost. This is a team you're supposed to be. This is supposed to be an inferior team. This is supposed to be a team people have question marks about whether or not they should blow it up and do whatever. And yet you lose.
You can't.
You lose to this team.
You can't lose a night like tonight. I know it's 82 games in the season, and it's a long season. It's a disappointing loss. It's a bad loss, man. It's a bad loss. We need Mitch back badly, man. The interior defense, as much as Cat gave him on the offensive end, he gave it all up. Man in the paint. It's 58 points in the paint tonight to the Hawks. 60 points to the Rockets. And then conversely, you know, the Knicks were always a points in the paint type of team who would feast. Now their shot diet has changed. They've become a more 3-point shooting team. 47 threes tonight. But, you know, 36 points in the paint. And then in crunch time, I'm looking for them to get a high percentage shot. And it just seemed like once they went down, everything was trying to win the game in 1-3 at a time. And I'm just like, yo, like, how about just dumping it down to Karl-Anthony Towns or just giving him the ball, period, as one of your only reliable options to drive to the hoop and draw some contact, make something happen. Now, the refs were not on his side tonight, but that's far, far, far down the line of issues. But I just did not like the late game execution of what they were trying to do. They've got to figure that out between Brunson and Towns. I thought Brunson at times was a little too dribble happy, especially in crunch time. Like he had one where they had a pick and pop situation, and he's just dribbling Dyson Daniels, and Karl-Anthony Towns is wide open on the elbow, who could have hit a wide open three, and he doesn't even find him. So, you know, it's those type of things, the lack of execution. And then unfortunately, when they gave up, you know, when they missed the corner three with Towns, on the other end, they give up the transition dunk. Transition defense also an issue there. So, frustrating, man. Absolutely frustrating, man.
Very aggravating. Look, it's one thing to, and I just want to make it clear, like, I'm aggravated. I'm not sounding the alarm saying that this team's not going to succeed. I'm not saying this team won't gel. I'm not saying this team won't find a groove. I'm not doing that. But it is very frustrating to start off the season looking like a team that is just like, it looks like a jalopy. Like this looks like a jalopy of a car that is struggling to go.
Yeah.
And so it's tough to see when you have this much talent. And I get that we could talk about bench, we could talk about so many things, but at some point you have a starting five that's supposed to be one of the best starting fives in the NBA. And as I said earlier, their talent has to show that they're one of the best starting fives in the NBA. And I get that it comes down to decision making, where, you know, you have, as you said, Brunson over dribbling. Why aren't we finding Cat in the post? Why are we freezing out OG when he's getting hot? Why are we freezing out Bridges when in the third quarter he just hit back-to-back shots? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's just, there just doesn't seem to be an understanding of like, yo, feeding the hot hand, just simple basketball. It just feels like they're making it way more complicated than it needs to be. And so
yeah.
That's the frustrating part about this. It seems like they're just making it more complicated than it needs to be, and no one wants to step on anyone's toes. And it's just go out there and play basketball, man. Like, and you see it too. Like when these guys aren't thinking and they're just in go mode, it looks good. But it's like there's just too much processing for them to understand what they need to do.
Let's go to Tone on the Discord. Tone, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How you doing, man? How you doing, Tone?
I'm pretty good. First time caller.
Okay. Where you calling in from, man? Where
Brooklyn.
You from, man? BK, stand up.
Yeah, but I live in Milwaukee now, so.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I was just calling tonight. Jalen, to me, man, he looks out of shape. To be honest, man, he looks like a lot of his little floaters and bunnies. They look kind of short because they look just kind of like heavy or something. Like I don't know if he was like working out this summer. I know he was injured and he was dealing with all that stuff, but then he had a whole bunch of off the court stuff, like the photo shoots and all the other things he was doing. So I don't know, man. He got to get right.
Yeah.
OG, man, I need OG to tighten up his handles, man, because the falling every time he dribbles.
Yo, he been hitting OG's hitting the deck. I don't know, is that like a new way for him to fall to like avoid any type of lower extremity injuries? But he's hitting the deck. The Rocket game, he hit the deck 4 times in under 30 seconds. I'm like, hold him by breath.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on, man? Every time he dribble the ball, he's just falling like out of nowhere. I'm like, what's
all over
going
the
on,
place,
man? Oh man, but just watching the game in here, like my kids is watching me go crazy because I'm like, why are we shooting these dumb threes? We up by 5. Just slow it down. Just take some layups. Game's over. We win.
Yeah,
they're hosting up dumb threes and then like
bad threes.
I'm like, man, what are we doing, man?
Yeah, that's right.
So, man, I hope we get it I hope we get it against Milwaukee, man. I hate this place so much, so I hope we win by like 40.
All right, man. Way to rep the hood, man. Call back anytime. Hang in there, man.
All right, man.
All right. That's Tone on the Discord. He's from Milwaukee, by way of Brooklyn, hates it. He goes, I hope they get worked. I hate this place.
Why are you out there, my man? We didn't ask that question. Why are you out in Milwaukee?
I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to press. The man's personal business. You know what I'm saying?